we're back with another straight out of theater. This time I went and saw Sing Street. It's a movie about this guy who sees a girl and he likes a girl, and so he starts a band. It's an Irish indie film, and I love Irish stuff. I love stuff involving 80s music, which it takes place in the 80s, so it's very relevant. So let's start off with some basics. Is it good? Fuck. Yes. This movie was fantastic. Is it solid? Yes. Does it try new stuff? Yes. I think it works on every level of indie film. It's funny, it's romantic, it deals with love of every variety, and it's so it really touches you, and I hate that phrase. I hate whenever people are like, oh, it's so heartwarming, it's so touching, but there's no other word to describe it. Other than it's a genuine, very genuine movie. Let's go over the writing. The writing was solid on all counts. It's got what you'd expect from an indie film. It's got comedy in weird places. It's serious. It's got the ability to be very serious, which it does very often. It deals with a lot of different types of bullying and stress, and it's really lovely, but it doesn't do what indie movies constantly seem to have sins of doing, in going too serious, too gritty, too... I hate that. I hate it when indie movies always go into suicidal stuff, but it goes into like serious issues without delving too deep into that suicide, that deep depression. It deals with some sorts of depression, but it doesn't delve into it to a point where it's that unattractive, to where it makes the film like uncomfortable to watch. Uh, let's go over some of the more specific details. The main character sees this girl. He's like, this girl's amazing, and what does he do? His brother's very interested in music and knows a lot about the music industry. Like his brother fancies himself as a critic of music. So this guy's like, okay, well, my brother likes music and I like music. He's a writer. He tries to write, but he's obviously got some struggles. So he goes up to this girl and he says, I'm making a music video and I want you to be in it, because he heard she's a model. So he forms this band. He meets a new kid at this new school he's going to. His parents are having rough times in their relationship. And so it all merges well. None of it seems forced, and none of it seems pushed in. Every member of his band, he forms a band. He finds one kid at school who fancies himself an agent, and that kid knows another kid whose dad works for a cover band. So this new kid is very talented, and he's probably my favorite member of the band, because he has this amazing relationship with the main character of the film, and they write songs together, and it's really good. Their relationship seems good. There's two other kids who are friends, a bass member or a bass player and a drummer, and they sign up for the band. They're great. There's their keyboard player. He's fantastic. Who they get because they need a black guy in the band, and he's probably the only black guy in Dublin. So they got all this band, and none of them feel forced. They're all fun, interesting characters. The love interest is really good. My favorite character is the older brother of the main character, who we really get to see as this this college dropout stoner music junkie, and he's a very thought like lovable character. He's you know you everybody knows someone like him, who knows so much and is so obviously talented, but he's kind of let it go. Um, so yeah, and I've heard good reviews of the movie. It had 100% on Rotten Tomatoes for like the longest time, and I was like, well, surely, it's an indie movie. How many people saw Sing Street? And then I looked again recently because it's just been released here, and it's at 97. But 97. That's still pretty solid. That's higher than any superhero movie. I mean, it's I don't know how to explain it um, any better. It's fantastic. It's very successful in the comedy. It's very successful in the drama. It's very successful in the music. It's very successful in the romance. It's good music. It's 80s pop all the way. Uh, and it's got humor that is almost dated but not. Like the older brother makes fun of Phil Collins, um, but you can understand it, and they don't. Just because it's an '80s movie doesn't mean that it'll be hard to understand. I think it'll be relevant for a really long time, but I don't think that many people have seen it. So this gets my official 10 out of 10, both in critical and enjoyment levels, because this movie was so solid and amazing, and this is an imperative must watch, absolutely, because this movie was fantastic. This was Straight Out of the Theater. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.